guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. Today I'm going to be talking about my Coco handle from Chanel. Now this is in the blue colour with ruthenium hardware, and it has a detachable like thin chain strap. I really like caviar leather. I have never bought actually no, I lied. I have bought a lambskin Chanel bag before, but it was vintage, and that was my very first Chanel bag. And it was super worn out, but I think I bought it for about 500 Australian dollars at the time, and that was a really cool bag. It was from 1994, but all the gold plating had come off it, and yeah, I mean, it was cool to keep. I probably should have kept it just for like a memento, but I managed to flip it for more money and then put the money towards other Chanel bags later. So this was one of the bags I bought later, also secondhand. I bought it a few years ago for about 2,400 Australian dollars, which is actually a pretty good price. The receipt, she included the receipt with this, and it's actually, she purchased it in 2014, and she got it for 2,600 euros. So she did, I guess, sell it to me for less. It did come with a bit of corner wear and just a little bit of wear and tear, which is why I think she was happy to let it go, and she wanted to buy an Hermes bag, so that's why she, I think the price I got was pretty good at the time. Now this bag, I was pretty happy to get just because the price was really good, and I wasn't necessarily looking for a Coco handle. I did want like a caviar Chanel bag. I actually already had a caviar mini, the rectangle one. Now I purchased this one in the store for 4,200, which was a lot. Okay, that is a lot. So I thought like this was like pretty good price compared to that, and the capacity of this is actually super good. Now, just a tip on buying Preloved, please authenticate. Like, I authenticated this 3 times, and try and obviously pay with PayPal. Now, for this one, I did actually give her a bank transfer, which I don't advise, but she did promise to go with me to the bag spa first and get it authenticated first, and I authenticated it 3 times before I made the payment. So that was kind of okay, because I knew we could meet up and I could do that with her. So otherwise, please pay with PayPal so you are protected. Now, next thing I have to say is I have owned a lot of Chanel bags before that I've bought secondhand, and there have been times where I paid over retail, and I kind of sometimes that didn't sit very well with me. There was one kind of unicorn bag I had. It was like a square mini in beige, and I ended up selling that later just because I realised I'm not a huge fan of beige bags. I don't know why. Maybe now I would actually have loved to have had that bag, but at the time that's how I felt, so I sold it. And I've also had a few other square minis. So yeah, I actually really like the square mini, so I don't know why I kept selling them, but just, you know, I think all of us, you know, who have a lot of designer bags or whatever, sometimes sell things and kind of regret it later, but you know, I'm very thankful for the Chanel bags I kept. So this was one of them, and the size of it is quite good for a mini bag. I'll just show you what it fits inside. I can fit in a card holder, a little key. Oh, sorry, that's like a coin purse just in here. It has a few sections. There's like a little front pocket and a back pocket. And then I have some keys, which I can fit in there too. And I can probably slip my phone in the back pocket, like that. And then I've got like a little lip kit I can also pop in there too. So that's pretty good, and I can probably fit a few other small items in there as well. I don't usually use these back pockets, but I think traditionally, like Gabrielle Chanel would put in little like coins to tip like her chauffeur or something. I have to brush up on my knowledge bit. Okay, so this strap for most people is gonna sit quite high. So I'll show it to you guys on me. It sits like here. And that is not too bad for me for a crossbody, but for some people they might find this too high. I think if you are larger chested, it might really come up a little bit more, or if you're taller, it's not going to be right. I'm 164 centimeters tall, but my upper body is kind of short, so I think that's why it's okay for me like that. Or it looks okay as a shoulder bag like that as well. In comparison to the rectangle mini, the rectangle mini falls a lot longer, so I think that's why it's a bit of length for taller people, or if you're just a little bit bigger. So yeah, you can see that difference there. Also, the chain on the minis is actually kind of nicer, to be honest. I feel like the quality of the minis is probably a little bit nicer than the Coco handle. The chain is just thicker. Like, I don't know if you can see that. It's just like a thicker chain. And also these are leather interior, which I think is a bit more fancy. And the CC logo on the Coco handle is like thinner compared to this. Yeah. But, you know, I'm not about lambskin handbags because like lambskin does literally wear out a lot faster than caviar, and I know a lot of people love the luxurious of lambskin, and I'm just not converted yet. So I know at the moment in boutiques you can only get the minis in the lambskin. So, you know, the Coco handle, if you just like caviar, you want something a bit more durable, I'd probably recommend this. You know, you have to be aware though that it's going to get some corner wear and even some wear just on the handles. So I have added a silk twilly here too, just to protect it a little bit more. And I also think it looks kind of cute. So yeah, if you can buy this Preloved for less, go for it. But you know, for me, usually I do like to buy things in store just because I get really worried if things are not, if I'm a bit iffy about whether it's authentic, especially if it's Chanel, because the price point is a lot different to say Louis Vuitton. A lot of my Louis Vuitton bags, you know, you would have seen I have a lot of multicolour stuff. They're all been under $1,000, and I find them a little bit easier to authenticate for some reason. It's a lot more obvious when they're fake, whereas Chanel, it's a bit iffy sometimes. So yeah, most of my Chanel bags I have bought in store, and the ones I did buy secondhand, most of them I actually sold because I had a different emotion towards them. I can't explain it, but this one and my pink classic flap I bought secondhand, and no regrets because I got really good prices on both of those. And if I were to buy this in the store now, it would cost me maybe triple the price almost, which is crazy. And that was only a few years ago that I bought this. So yeah, anyway, I do recommend the Coco handle just because it is caviar and it does fit slightly a little bit more than this. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!